currently host to 489,000 refugees. That is either surprising for two reasons. One, many Kenyans think that we have very many refugees, but that's not the highest number. The highest number is currently held by Uganda with over 1 million refugees, then followed by Ethiopia, and Kenya comes in third. So that's the situation.
There's something that war takes away from you, that there is nothing restores it. It kills something that can't be restored.
So when I reached in Kakuma refugee camp in 2010, that is the day my life changed. Life was not easy. There was hot sun, desert place. I got a lot of challenge because I don't used to live that life that I was living in Burundi.
Well, I personally, I actually also have a passion for photography and film, which is like my hobby, but so I really love how visuals and art are an expression and especially can shape narratives, which I think is so important for communities like the refugee community, especially in Kenya, to give their voice, give their part of the story. And that's exactly what the Global Migration Film Festival is about and why IOM has started that last year. They want to show the stories behind the people, behind the migrant stories, because so often, especially in the news, we hear about numbers, about policies, about politics, about migration, and also very often in a negative daylight. So I think it's so important to show that they are people, they have their stories, they have their dreams, hopes, skills, and I think that's what the Global Migration Film Festival is, an amazing opportunity to broadcast that to a bigger audience.
Well, the way forward is so far we've now worked with 100 students. So we are currently training 100 students. We've been running a 1-year kind of like training program. But we have realized that we need to kind of be with them some more, so that at least by the time they're getting there, they already have all the aspects, you know, of the skill, not only the know-how, but also the experience. So from next year, we're looking to expand our program to a 2-year kind of curriculum. So that is something we are very much looking into. We are also very much, like you saw in the room, we are now connecting with the Nairobi artists and the Kenyan artists, and they were quite surprised to realize that art is actually alive and well in the refugee camps, and now they're talking about, you know, collaborating with the refugees to showcase their work. And I think this is the kind of integration we are talking about in the society, so that we are not afraid of one another, but we are actually accepting each other for who we are. Yes.
I train them as a mentor, artist, visual artist mentor, and my role was to get them to a level where people are able to see the potential in their art. And going forward, I would like more and more artists from these camps to be given this platform, because indeed they are not good artists, they are very good artists, and once they're given the platform, they'll be able to fly out on their own. I think these artists need more platforms because it's very difficult to be creative in a confined space. It's very difficult to express yourself in a confined space, and when they get the chance to be seen, to be heard from, when people are able to see their work in platforms such as these, exhibitions and galleries, physical ones and online, then naturally it will take care of itself. People want to see more and hear more from them and see more of their artwork.
Our film training program is quite strong because it's also linked to our bigger programs where we produce media content for what we call social and behavior change communication. So they come back and work with us to produce that media content. We ordinarily also, have radio programs, so the students fit into an ecosystem of communication, digital media. We now have guys actually that newly have Kakuma TV. They are the key staff for the radio stations locally. So we are creating, labor for the market that is already available there for communication.
Art is free expression. Art is freedom of the mind. Without confines. For me, art is so powerful that it's an injustice to chain it.